This is Stangboy Prime back for another Star Trek review, and this time I have something a little unique. I don't know if too many people have these. I didn't see very many when I first got it, but this is the SteelTech kit version of the USS Enterprise D. Um, this mold, it's not going to focus, but this mold is from 1993. And it's interesting, you can see on the bottom here some of the detailing in the plastic where they've molded the SteelTech pieces into the plastic to make the look a little more uniform. Um, I want to say that I want to point out that this one, the proportions are a little off because that bridge, and actually I think that mold, Remco Toys, not Playmates, but I think that mold was of the bridge and shuttle bay um, assembly was borrowed from Playmates, because that is exactly, all of this up here is exactly the same size as the original Playmates Enterprise D mold. Here we go. If you can see the bridge sizes there. But we have sounds coming from the big Enterprise. And you can see a size difference there. And I'm going to take one of these warp nacelles off of the Enterprise D and show you here. See that Bussard collector piece is in the same scale as this one, and the engine is considerably shorter there. So there's that. On to some of the details. Here we have the main deflector dish, and I like that they actually painted in the middle of the deflector dish there. The speaker, instead of being on top here, like on the Playmates version, where they still have the, I don't know if those are supposed to be windows or if that's actually just the speaker from the Playmates version, but if you flip it over here, the speaker's down here, and it's got all these window sections up here, and the I don't know, sensor array, astrometrics lab, whatever that is. Another curious thing is that this right here, can you see that? That is the pattern from the top, from the roof of the shuttle bay. I don't really know why they thought it would be a good idea to translate it down to there, but they did, and that's that. Decent detail here on the neck. There's a few viewports, and there's the photon torpedo crease there. That's all the real details that there are. Dang it. Being SteelTech, the pieces bend sometimes. But yeah. And it's hollow, obviously, so there's not really a lot of places you could put detail on this. And right here, I messed up. There's supposed to be, from this one around, there's supposed to be 3 holes in between each one, and I did that all the way back to here. And actually this one too, I had this one here which had 3 holes between these two, but I moved that back so that this one I could move back to here. But the problem is I stripped out the head of the screw when I was first building it. I'm going to have to get some kind of strip screw remover to get that out and move this back another one so it'll all be correct. Under here, to change the batteries, you actually have to remove these two screws and swing these pieces back and then unscrew the battery compartment, which I probably need to do that soon because I've had the same batteries in this for a few years now, and I'm really hoping they haven't exploded yet. Although the toy still works, so that's that. So I'm assuming that they haven't all exploded if some of them have. Anyways, and this has not the exact same 4 sound effects as the Playmates version, but similar. We have the impulse engines, which go for almost twice as long as the Playmates version. We have going to warp, which doesn't quite sound as realistic. My Back to the Future poster's falling down. We have the phasers, which also don't sound as realistic, and we also have the photon torpedoes still, which go a lot quicker. Also, if you hold them down, they'll keep repeating, just like the Playmates version. I think part of the reason that the sounds are all a little higher pitch and not quite as good is that all this hollow space, the only plastic area the speaker has to resonate in is from there to there, and top and bottom. Whereas this thing, even though the speaker's on top, it's got this entire plastic saucer section for the sounds to bounce around in and make it sound better coming out. But that's that, and I give you a size comparison of that. And here we go. Here is a size comparison with Deluxe Class Starscream Classic figure to give a little better size comparison than I have been. This little Starscream will fit inside of that saucer, even though it's smaller. In terms of size, this is like, it's bigger than this one, just barely, but it's bigger than this one, and it's smaller than the original Playmates version, so it's about halfway in between. That's that. That is my review of the Steel Tech version of the USS Enterprise D. And an upcoming video, my next video, which I'm excited about, is this. This is easily my favorite Enterprise ship yet. It is not the Enterprise A, although that is the same design, but it's the original Enterprise refit from the first and second and third original Star Trek movie. Until then, this is Stangboy Prime signing out.